Hi, and welcome to Software Design and Development, Implementation, Lesson 13, Emerging Technologies. Here are the dot points covered. Pause if you'd like to read them. Of important note this time is a link to the course specifications document, so you need to make sure that you check this every year to see that it hasn't changed. So you can see it is current as of 20th of April 2015. And as always, take notes. So, this video will talk about the generalities surrounding the implications of emerging technologies for the developer in terms of the code written to make use of these technologies and in terms of the code development process. A very brief overview will then precede of each of these technologies, and in your class task you'll need to do further research to be able to present your content appropriately. An example will be given, a full example will be given of the iPhone, and then you'll need to figure out the rest. So the implications for the developer for writing code, there's heaps. So some examples would be you have to write to enable future adoption of technologies, so using good programming practice like modular design and thorough documentation. You need to write to enable current adoption using things like standard modules provided by the manufacturer of the hardware, or rewriting of standard modules into the programming language you're using if they're provided in a different language. You also need to ensure the correct use of drivers. In terms of writing code, you look at what types of routines you'll need to write. Is there standard code that will do this job for me? Do I have the knowledge and skills to write this code? If not, can I get it? And are there drivers for the software? Can I use a standard driver? Can I write a driver? Implications for the development process. Consideration of new technologies when designing programs. Can the new technology do the better job than what is currently used? Is it easily accessible? Do people have them? Is it a fad or an innovative technology? Is it going to die out within a couple of years? Are they easy to code with? And do adjustments need to be made to existing hardware to allow them to function? We also have alternative user interfaces. So most of the tech on the list involves a different user interface than the normal GUI with a mouse and keyboard. So are these still able to be used, the mouse and keyboard? What if the new technology fails? And what's the alternative? What happens? What else can I use? So for an iPhone, considerations we look at are that apps need to be written in a specific programming language unique to the iPhone. There are plenty of apps possible, porting of apps are possible, but it's not an automatic process, can be quite involved and difficult. Plenty of standard code is accessible, and there are tools that can assist in developing simple apps easily. Considerations for the development process. As of July 2014, the App Store has 1.2 million apps, and Google Play had 1.3. Is there already an app that does what I want? And can I do it better? Apple apps can either use a look similar to the iOS interface or something different. How do I design my interface? How can I best utilize the features of the phone, such as touch and microphone? Is the iPhone the best tool for the solution? Can I use my iPhone to control some other piece of software or hardware? And now we move to the really general parts. So a Wii Remote, it's basically the interface for the Nintendo Wii. It's a thin rectangular box with buttons on the top surface and a button underneath, and use it in a similar way to a TV remote control. Uses a set of gyroscopes and an IR interface to determine its position in space in relation to the TV, and allows the user to input using the buttons or moving the Wii Remote around. It contains motors and a speaker. Handheld communication devices are any devices that are handheld and allows communication. For example, smartphones, smartwatches, gaming consoles, etc. They generally connect through either mobile networks, Wi-Fi, or Bluetooth. A scanning pen is a small pen-like device equipped with a scanning interface, and it allows you to scan documents with the pen to be processed later. Biometric devices are devices that scan some part of a person's body, measure it, and use it to determine identity. They must obviously use some unique part of the human body, such as fingerprints, iris scanners, facial recognition, etc. Multi-point surface software. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure what this is. I'm assuming it refers to things like the Microsoft Surface or other tablets. If that's true, then we're looking just at smartphones, but bigger. RFID chips are a small chip that transmits a code using a radio frequency when scanned. The code is then used to identify the object. And social networking software refers to any software for a social network, such as Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. This software can take a variety of forms, as the ways you can interact with these networks are many and varied.